Marek's shocking divorce and remarriage. The Roloff family in turmoil. For years, fans of Little People, Big World had watched Amy Roloff find love again after her painful divorce from Matt. When Marek entered her life, he appeared to be everything she needed: stable, kind, and attentive. Their 2021 wedding was televised as a symbol of second chances. Behind the smiles and vineyard dates, however, whispers began circulating. Had always been charming, but close friends noticed a restlessness in him that didn't fit the narrative of perfect husband. As Amy poured herself into cooking videos and charity events, spent more and more time on his real estate projects, traveling, and networking. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. No one could have guessed that the man Amy called the love of my life was preparing to walk away. A bombshell announcement. It was a crisp autumn morning when the news broke. Amy was the first to post something cryptic on her Instagram. Sometimes the people you trust the most can change in ways you never imagined. Within hours, People magazine reported that Marek had filed for divorce. What stunned the public wasn't just the separation. It was the revelation that had already remarried in a quiet ceremony in Bend, Oregon, to a woman no one had ever seen before. The Roloff family group text exploded. Zach and Tori were blindsided. Jeremy and Audrey, though often distant from family drama, expressed outrage privately. Even Matt, Amy's ex-husband, admitted to friends that he was stunned. Amy, meanwhile, went silent. Inside the betrayal, those closest to Amy later revealed that she had little warning. According to a family friend, sat her down only 2 weeks before the divorce filing and confessed that he had fallen out of love. Amy reportedly begged him to attend counseling. Refused, telling her, "I need to live authentically, even if it hurts." The remarriage part was the true dagger. Hadn't just walked away, he had already committed himself to someone else. Who was this woman? A former client from his real estate business. Young, ambitious, and strikingly different from Amy in lifestyle and outlook. To many, it looked like a midlife crisis. To Amy, it felt like humiliation. The family fallout. The Roloff family had never been strangers to conflict. From farm disputes to strained sibling relationships, the cameras had documented plenty of drama. But Chris's decision cut deeper than any farmland argument ever could. Zach was the angriest. Protective of his mom, he told close friends that Chris's actions were disgusting and that he would never forgive the betrayal. Tori echoed his outrage, posting a carefully worded Instagram story about loyalty and broken trust that fans immediately connected to Jeremy and Audrey, though not as publicly vocal, reportedly distanced themselves even further from Audrey, who often spoke about faith and commitment, was said to be appalled. Even Matt Roloff, who had moved on with Karen, was left conflicted. While he and Amy had a long history of ups and downs, he expressed quiet sympathy for his ex-wife. A source close to Matt claimed he told a friend, "No matter how rough Amy and I had it, I'd never do something like that to her. She didn't deserve this." Amy in silence. For weeks, Amy stayed off camera. Fans speculated endlessly: was she devastated? Furious? Filing countersuits? Finally, she broke her silence in a Facebook live stream. Sitting at her kitchen table, voice trembling, Amy spoke directly to her followers. "I know you've all heard the news. Yes, and I are no longer together. Yes, he chose another path. I can't say I understand it, and I won't pretend this isn't painful. But I've been through hard times before, and I'll keep standing." Tears welled in her eyes as she thanked her children and fans for support. The comments section exploded with love, thousands urging her to stay strong. Many even encouraged her to write a new memoir about surviving betrayal. Speaks out. While Amy leaned into vulnerability, took a different route. Sitting down for an exclusive with a regional Oregon magazine, he defended his actions. "I didn't plan for this. I never wanted to hurt Amy. But when you realize your life isn't aligned with the one you're living, you have to make a choice. I found love again, and I couldn't ignore it." He denied cheating, insisting that his new wife entered his life after things were already breaking down. Still, the timeline raised eyebrows. Critics slammed him for moving on too quickly, calling his remarriage tasteless and cruel. The Roloffs, however, weren't convinced by his explanations. To them, Chris's words only deepened the wound.